Hello everyone, this is Sarah Tolbert-Hurysz, and this is my video blog for our ethics module in ELPA 6872 at ETSU. For this week's blog, I have read an article in Inside Higher Ed titled GPS to Track Student Attendance, written by Jeremy Bayer-Wolf, and it was published yesterday, June 20th, 2019. And in this article, we learn about a physics professor at California Polytechnic State University who had struggled for years trying to figure out the best way to track student attendance in his large classrooms. He had used paper and pencil sign-up sheets. He had tried to scan students with barcodes as they left the classroom, and nothing really ended up being as efficient as he needed it to be, and every strategy ended up using a lot of class time. So recently he had the idea to create a mobile app to track students' attendance, since he knew all of the students were coming to class with a smartphone. And he went on an app called youhere.org, and he sets on a map kind of a radius of where students have to be at a certain time, and when students enter that radius, they have a button on their cell phone that shows up and they can check in, and it lets him know that they were in the building or in the classroom location during a certain time period. And as long as they check in that narrow window of time, then he knows they were present for class physically in the building and present for class that day. And after he reminds them to check in, they do it, and after class he has a list of who was in attendance that day. He finds this particular app to work really well. He's even shared it with other faculty who are using it at their colleges and universities to track attendance. And the only information he's storing about the students is their first and last name and the dates and the number of times that they have checked in, and that's how he keeps attendance for his classes. Of course, there's similar apps that exist. One is called Course Key, and for all of these apps, some others have raised issues or raised concerns about privacy of the students and what information may be stored about them, and they see this app as a surveillance type of application. A lot of folks are responding, saying that colleges and universities have all kinds of means of keeping surveillance of their students, from the ID cards they use to check into their dorms and to pay for meals in the dining halls, to how they use the internet on campus, and that this really doesn't introduce a new type of surveillance at the college or university environment. And so I've been thinking about this, and I suppose as an educator and just as a citizen in our world, I'm quick to like apps. If I know a mobile app may help me do something more efficiently or may help me save time, I'm typically a big fan, and I will download the app and use it. And I only rarely stop to really think about privacy, because I suppose I have an understanding that there is all kinds of information about me floating around from my social media accounts and otherwise. I can take a look on my smartphone at a new washing machine, and the next thing I know, all of the ads on every website I visit or in all my social media feeds are about washing machines. So I know that folks out there are keeping tabs on my activity, and I take it as a given. But I think this article, it's interesting that I think our privacy and our students' privacy is increasingly limited, and we are exposing a lot of information about ourselves at all times anytime we use these apps. So it was an interesting article, and despite the privacy concerns, I think the mobile app and the quick way to keep attendance is pretty cool. I hope everybody has a great week, and happy 4th of July. It's coming up fast. Take care.